first reading of today that we read from the second book of Chronicles, we see Jod the priest who coronated King Jehoash after they were threatened exactly, or the whole country. He saved even the same king, and he brought them back to the covenantal relationship with God. We realize that the people, after the death of this priest, they left the covenant of God. They became unfaithful. And by becoming unfaithful, the son of Jod, who is Zechariah, came now to rescue, and to the rescue to remind them that they have left the roads, the way, the paths of God, which they did not like because he went against the king. They killed him in the year 796 before Christ. And that's why his name was Zechariah. He was the son who succeeded Jod, the priest who saved Israel and brought them back to the covenantal relationship with God. The consequence was that they will fall under the hands of the Armenians, and even though the Armenians were neither many or so strong as they could have overpowered Israel, but God made them fall under the hands of the Armenians, and they were under now the power of another land, including King Josiah himself, because the King Joash himself, who now will be killed by his own people. He was killed by his own people, lying in his own bed. My dear friends, we need to be faithful to God. And that's the message of the reading, to remain faithful to the covenantal relationship with God. And that's what Jesus reminds us why, of course, in the gospel of today, bringing this clearly to us. No one can serve two masters. He continues his teaching on Christians' priority and fidelity. Just as he told us yesterday, we should focus more on the things of heaven. He's reminding us today that no man can serve two masters. For either he will hate one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Jesus wants our loyalty and our love for God to be undivided. Our attention to God, our love for God must be undivided. We cannot give priority to two things at the same time. Give them the same value and give them the same priority and try to achieve them at the same time. There will be a comparison. That will not happen. We can only give one thing, the highest importance to one thing at a time. And we realize that if, of course, we need money, Jesus is not in any way diabolizing the gift of money or diabolizing what money is. No. Jesus is clearly reminding us the priority of God. God, as the gospel ending tells us, is the ends and the goal of our lives. We should seek the kingdom of God first and its righteousness. And then he knows that we need the rest and use the rest for the kingdom. Money can never be the ends of man's life. Money can never render us happy and or give us all the things we need. If we know that a slave, because Jesus is giving her here an example or an allegory that helps us to think, a slave depends entirely on his master to give him everything that he needs. And then those who depend entirely on money, the question will be, can money give you everything you need? Can money provide happiness? Can money provide and extend the length of life? Can money actually forgive sins? Can money do? There are things that money cannot do, obviously. And there are things that the things of this world cannot do. He's clearly insisting to us and telling us money cannot do everything, but God can do all things. If we choose God, He's clear about us. He knows, I know that you need the rest. I know you need money to get nice food, to get your shelter, to buy for your electricity. You need even money to come here to church to pray. You need money to put gas in your car. You need money to tithe in the church. You need money to help pay for the bills. You need money to contribute for the rest of the things. But it's not the end. And it can never be the priority. And money can never be our gods. When we know that these two, when we give the priority to two masters, there will be a conflict. The conflict might be between becoming, now because my schedule is only about how to get money, how to become rich, how to become this, I might end up forgetting the essential, which is God. I should channel my life in a way that every other thing else is ordered in order to work for the benefits of my salvation, for the benefits of the kingdom of God. May Jesus, who is actually himself, who humbled himself, help us through the intercession of our mother to learn the priorities in our lives and to learn how to prioritize God in all things and in everything.